What's up, Lauren? Everything good with you? We about to get ready to start this dog show. I hope y'all on here tonight. Come on. I don't see no comments. I don't know nobody there. What's up, Lamar? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good? What's good? What's good? All right, all right. Get ready to start this thing in a second. Just making sure everybody on here tonight. Giving a few people some time to get on here, because I know we out on Sundays having a good time. We got Lauren in the house. We got Lamar on here, my buddy Lamar. Glad we're able to catch your eye, Lauren Oliver, with these good dogs. Glad you're able to teach your boy to collar your bike. We're about to play some music in a second. We're going to get it started.
Let's change it up a little bit. I was born to play.
We Bay Gray, Indiana in the house. Lauren Oliver in the house. Yeah. We got Lamar. What you all about? Frenches by bullet. Injures. Peace, my brother, to you. Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum salam. We about to get this started. We got some people coming to the show tonight. We got them boys in Mississippi. We got Reese Acres coming. Yeah. We got Reese Acres coming in the house tonight. Y'all know what good dogs are? Good dogs come from people who live the lifestyle. People who train their dogs every day and stay consistent. That's what a good dog is about. We know you guys love working dogs. That's why you're here. You're ready to learn something. From puppy care, animal care, training, how to bond with your dog, how to get your dog to be a protection dog. All of that happened right here on the Vanguard show. VJ in the house. What about these other viewers around the world? I notice y'all not commenting. We need y'all to get on here and partake in what we got going on. This what makes me feel like I need to come every day and start this show. Come on, where y'all at? Roll call. Come on, buddy. I feel like we got the #1 dog show in America because we got the #1 dog trainers in the world, all on one channel, sharing ideas. Saw Blade Entertainment in the house. New York from Kentucky. Weebay Gray Rottweilers. Frenchies by Bullingers. VJ's in the house. We're gonna talk about bullies tonight. Rottweilers, Dobermans, Dutch Shepherds, and Belgian Malinois. Few German Shepherds for Lauren. Oliver, that is, in Canada. And of course, we're gonna talk about my man, Lamar. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Grandmaster Von the Muff, the world's greatest puppy imprinter with some of the world's greatest working puppies, and of course, you, the world's greatest working friends. We're talking about the importance of staying consistent with your training. Staying consistent is very important if you want success, and that's just about with anything on the table in life. Rather it's your business, your goals, for going to school, starting a business, relationships, love, etc. You got to stay consistent. Consistency is the key. When you begin your training with your puppies, I told you that you want to come into this with the mind thought of you already have a program. I'm going to make my dog a house pet. First I'm going to teach him to be a house pet. So I'm going to stay consistent. I'm going to keep him in a kennel. And when I get ready to take him out, I'm going to have his collar already on his neck. I'm going to have a lead in my hand, and I'm going to call his name to the edge of the cage. I'm either going to pick him up and rush him to the door because the door is already unlocked. I'm not going to just let him out and run around. He may urinate on the floor, or he may relieve himself some other kind of way. When he touched the cold tile, definitely don't want that in my carpet. So you already have a game plan. I'm going to take him outside to the same spot, and I'm going to start saying, hurry. That's a good girl. That's a good boy. And we're going to start playing our game. See, that's a program of consistency. And I'm going to do that same thing every time. And then within a few days to a week, probably a month, I'm going to be able to give him a little bit more freedom. He's going to run to the door and get ready to sit, and he's going to roll outside, and he's going to relieve himself. And even on walks, I'm going to practice. Hurry. Do your business. Do your business. Thomas Brown is in the house from St. Louis. And I remember when I had my first Rottweiler, I want to say her name was Roxy. Yeah, no, not Roxy. It might have been Betsy. Good bloodline, or American bloodline, a German bloodline is what my godfather was breeding at the time, but I was more in sort of German ones than the American with the longer snout. I was very young. And I loved the working ability in those dogs that he bred at that time. Vernon McClendon was breeding those dogs. And Gerald Cruz and Bob Brown out of Atlanta, Bo J. Big ups to Bo J. Up in heaven. I know you're training dogs with some of these other dog trainers that we have lost in the past, because we've lost a lot of good people. And so, you know, Bo J and Gerald Cruz used to have a rock Conan, quota, and get him, pass off. And we used to train those Rottweilers. Now, me personally, I love my Rottweilers. Kind of remind me of the Bulldogs, you know. Loving, protective, has somewhat of aggressive mentality. But every time I bred a litter of puppies, they'd steal the whole litter. The mama wouldn't do nothing. But while she was with me, she was under control. Now, I'm not in a sector or with a group of people who bring Rottweilers around today, so there's no way in the world I could tell you anything about what they're doing right now here today, but I see a lot of good ones online. Now, I don't care what breed of dogs you get. You're going to have to get a dog from some enthusiasts who are working those dogs, who are in it just like we are, because you don't just want to buy any breed of dog from somebody who just has a full-blooded dog and telling you that this dog does this, but have nothing to show you. No videos, no paperwork to show you the format of the genetics that we talk about. It doesn't matter what breed you get, as long as it comes from working dogs. And, you know, that's very important. That's very, 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 very important. Now, I hear VJ is on here saying that Dalmatians are good protective breeds. Now, I don't know about that. I know years from history, fire marshals, they love them because they had a good nose on them, but I know that those dogs have a lot of health problems, as they state on Dalmatian 101, you know. But I personally don't research them enough to even touch on those dogs either. You know, Lauren here says, I've found a couple of lines that I have what I want, but you need to make sure they're working and they're not oversized. Now, I can agree with that, because you're going to get a dog that gets tired, like most of those mastiff breeds. You know, I have had the Cane Corso, And what my big dog Michael Corbett gave me from Africa, Burble, African Burble, powerful, right up close. You'll never get loose, but not as athletic because they're so big you can't get them to work like you use some of these herding dogs. My son recently bought a corgi, and he's in love with that dog. Robert Hunter is in the house. Inquisitive DJN is in the house. My Doberman was a very, very, very obedient, devoted dog. Wasn't as strong as the dogs I have today when it comes to the protective drives to follow through. But of course, my knowledge on how to shape the behaviors then was not the same. So when it comes to any breed, like I say, to me, all dogs are pretty much the same. When you get herding dogs, they're herding dogs. Working dogs, working dogs. Non-sporting dogs and toy dogs and sport dogs, they go out there and they hunt and they bring back foul game. But no matter what breed you choose, you're going to have to get a dog. And I keep saying it over and over again because that light bulb got to go off on each one of you guys' head that listen. That these dogs got to come from somebody who lives the lifestyle, who's knowledgeable about the breed, who's knowledgeable about his or her bloodline. And they are out here being consistent every day with some kind of training, imprinting their puppy's mind up into adolescence to adulthood. And they're showing you the format of what these dogs were bred for and what they're using them for. Now, you don't necessarily have to use them for if they were using fly ball or frisbee or whatever, but those dogs are trainable. Those dogs will work. You see that? We're talking about work. Because they're going to have to do those things to stay in that level or to reach that level of what you want to train them for. Because you can only train a dog to his genetic potential. And what is that? You remember we talked about the genetics when you start putting dogs in your bloodline and then they don't meet or match the bloodline that you have. So now you're making your bloodline weaker. I hope to get my guy on the phone, breeder from Mississippi. And we're going to see if we can get these guys on the line. He want to talk a little bit about breeding, staying consistent, and some training. Excuse me.
Voicemail box.
Now, I got a buddy that breeds bullies. And I don't know what bloodline he has, but his bullies are one of the only bullies I can tell you that does some work. And so we got Eric in Atlanta. Let's see. Look like a Sunday and nobody don't want to do any dog talk.
Please leave.
They holding up the show tonight. Yeah, they are breeding for cosmetics, looks. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants something that look pretty. Not many people were looking for something that worked. I don't know why Antron ain't answering his phone. Now, I know he loves to get on my live sometime or watch my video. But Antron is not answering the phone? That is unbelievable. I don't believe Antron is not answering the phone. Nor is the Kennel, Mississippi. These guys are not being consistent. Something isn't right. These boys are bullshitting.
Please leave.
Well, some of you guys can tell me about your experiences, because I know that. Big dog. Big dog, you like colors? I like colors too. I'm not going to lie to you. But I want them to work. So I bred working color blue. Purples. What's up, Robert? See how y'all consistent on the line tonight? I can't believe my guys, my team, is nowhere around when it comes to talking about dogs. I'm just so shocked. I'm thinking sometimes people want to be dog man when it's convenient to themselves. They not even being dog men even when they don't want to be dog men. It's either they don't know or they just don't see it, or it just don't matter how these dogs act in the hood. It's either they don't know or they just don't care how our dogs are trained out here in the hood. Man, I can't believe this. Come on, let's call Lauren. Lauren, what's your number? What's your number, Lauren? We finna call you and talk some dog talk. You ready? You ready for me to call you? I'm about to call Canada. Boy, Lauren got this. Lauren just disappeared in the middle of my life. Lauren Oliver just disappeared. What's the number? You keep telling me. I'm trying to call you. Yeah, boys in the hood. They just don't know. Or they just don't care. How dogs working over here in the hood. Man. Somebody called me. 904-450-3339. Come on. Somebody call us. Nine zero four 450 3339. 904 450 3339. Talk a little dog talk. My phone not ringing. Nobody wants to talk about dogs. Only Ulysses the Grandmaster does. I wanna talk about your dog. Call me. We wanna hear about your dog. Call me up on the phone. 904-450-3339. Why the phone ain't ringing? Somebody need to call me. We want to hear about some dog talk. And I don't understand what's going on. This got to be the most boring dog show in the world. We got 49 viewers on every country around the world, and nobody want to tell us about their great dog. The consistency of staying, what is about being consistent with your dogs, your experiences, the level of your training, all about what you're into. Nobody wants to call. Nobody wants to call the master. Hey, look, if Lamar didn't even call me, Lauren Oliver didn't call me, you know what they get for the day? Just like they do on the morning show. We about to get this right here. Wait a minute, where is that? Donkey of the day. You just got a stripe pulled off your shoulder. Here we go. Vanguard Dog Show. Tell me who I'm talking to today.
Yeah, this is Jasper, man, from Frenchies by Bullinger.
Oh, say it again. What's your name, brother?
Yeah, man, this is Jasper, man, calling from North Carolina, man. Frenchies by Bullinger.
Y'all heard that? All the way from North Carolina. Tell Frenchies.
Right.
That's Frenchies by what?
By Bullinger. Bullinger. Like, you know how you got a little small gun, you call it a Derringer?
Yes, sir.
So I got the Bullinger. Frenchies by Bullinger.
Tell us your bloodline you're running there in North Carolina and how long you been here.
I got all European blood, man. I started like in 2001 when I was living in Brooklyn, and I'm from Far Rock, New York. And I moved to Brooklyn, had a nice little place out there, and I got some dogs from the Ukraine, from Germany, from Russia, from Hungary. But I needed more space, so I moved down south. So now I'm in North Carolina, and I'm sitting on some acres, and got my dogs going on down here.
So right now, what's your number one stud you're using in your bloodline?
Right now, I'm using my boy, Mr. Tubbs. Mr. Tubbs, man, if that dude he's awesome. He's awesome. Yeah, he's a super producer. He ties naturally. Most of my Frenchies tie naturally. I don't have to do AIs. And most of my girls deliver naturally. So even though I know they small dogs, and most Frenchies and Bulldogs don't deliver naturally and don't tie naturally, I don't like to do C-sections. I think it's something unnatural about that. I don't like to do AIs and things of that nature. I think it's something unnatural. If a dog can't breed, to me, I think it shouldn't be, if they can't tie naturally and deliver birth, and I don't think it should be bred. That's just me. A lot of people especially with the bully world now, everybody's going for money, just looking for cosmetics, whatever the aesthetics of the dog look like, but I just can't rock like that, man. I come from pit bulls. I used to have a lot of Colby line. I like that midnight cowboy blood. So I didn't come from show dogs. Dogs wasn't just cute when I was a little boy.
Again. You didn't come from what?
I didn't come from show dogs. You know what I mean?
Y'all heard that? This man.
Yeah, man.
He don't want no show dog.
Nah, man. Nah. I mean, it's nice, it's pretty. I think that's nice. When people like to have some type of trophy. You like to have a nice wife, nice looking girlfriend, and everything. But I'm a practical man. I like to have a nice wife, but she got to know how to do something too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just can't look good, and just what she's just sitting around, just like an ornament. I'm not into that. So,
well,
my dogs.
That's something I want to say. The truth is, every guy out here, and I'm not going to say that about women, because women are a different species, different mentality than men. Every man, the car he drives, the clothes he wears, shoes, glasses, the wife he's the girl he's dating, the woman he's married to. Most people are tied up in looks, and they're not looking at what somebody can bring to the table, or what that brings to the table. That you see a millionaire guy, I can take you on the island I come from, and I can tell this guy he's a multimillionaire. This guy here is close to being a billionaire, and he has on the same shoes, the same clothes. Nothing special about him. Or I look at him, you want to, judge him face value. You'd be like, I don't know what I'm talking about. That ain't no millionaire, because you guys don't know what money look like. And it's the same with dogs. When I'm breeding these dogs from 60 to 70 generations of certified certificate dogs, and these guys see my videos online, what I'm doing with the dogs, but still I have to prove myself, because at the end of the day, they're asking for a specific color.
Right. Yeah, I know, man. And it's sad that it's been got to this point right here, where the dogs not really, for the most part out there, a lot of these guys are like very commercial, and they saying they got all these certifications and all these certificates and all of this, and they into that sport. So people are flocking to that. They certified, they got credentials, and they look what they have, and they have took this many hours, standing behind the gate and doing this right here with the whip, and so to them they think that they got a certified real dog on their hands, but I've seen some real live service dogs in action that won't stop. And a lot of those dogs that I see that's out there now, man, they're going to quit when it's a real situation, because they're not training them in real situations. They training them like it's a sport. They going after the sleeve. They're going after the leg gear. They're not focusing on the perpetrator.
Right.
And if that's life and death, if a dude come to your house and he's trying to rob you, you got your wife by the neck, and the dog grab him and he got a jacket on, the dude take his jacket off, the dog ain't supposed to stop because he got the jacket.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to go after the threat. But these sporting dogs, they're going for the gear. They're not even focusing on the perpetrator, and they're not switching hands. If the danger's in the man got a knife in his right hand, the dog biting him on the left leg, and if he slip out of his pants, the dog shaking the pants, walking away like he won, but the dude still got the knife. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so,
right.
They're not training them in real situations. I even saw a video of police engaged with a police trained dog, and he was letting go. He was getting off he wasn't even on the bike. The guy was walking away, and he was intimidating the dog, and the dog was letting go, and the guy was almost getting away. And this was a police dog, and they was all out there with their guns doing the video on YouTube with that.
Yeah.
So that's a life or death situation. You want that dog to do what he's supposed to be able to do. Like, I see your dogs, and I don't think you get enough credit, man. Like, you really got the dogs that do what they're supposed to do. It's hard. You put that time in with them, from when they're young, like you were saying with the imprinting. I don't have any of those dogs right now, but I came from that way back.
Right.
I'm in my 50s, so I came from that way back. I worked with a couple of people. I don't know if you know Gavin up in New York, Dexter up in New York. A couple of guys, China, these are from Trinidad. They have some things going on up there in New York City. I even got a chance to deal with Jerome Brown in New York City who started with Mayor Koch back in the days when they started putting police on patrol in the subway system. That was Jerome Brown during the Mayor Koch administration when Koch was mayor of New York. So, I've been around those dogs for a while. I learned how to do decoy work, which is it's not just, I had to learn how to agitate different types of movement to, engage the dogs in and stuff like that. So, I miss that. I come from that background. I'm definitely going to have to invest, put my time back into it, get me a nice little pup. From you, man, I'm going to have to start over and teach my dog what I need to teach it so I can protect my land down here and my other little small dog. And that way I have me a road dog to roll with. When I'm down here in the country, man. Sometimes I'll be missing that.
Most of these policemen, they're guys who got a job as an officer and then they getting more money if they go into the sector of being a canine officer, which is the dog unit. So they're not necessarily master trainers or even on the level of some of us guys. They're just handlers who are getting a paycheck and they're learning as they go, and they don't understand, so they learning from a master trainer there. But I say that most of these dogs that they're buying, some of these dogs are locked in prey, so they don't know the right selection in some departments, not all of them. So they get in dogs that are locked in prey. You're talking about, the same thing I talked about on a few videos back last month. I was telling them, look, at some point you're going to have to play the prey game to get them started, but you don't want to continue to stay in the prey game and just using the arm sleeve. You're not teaching dogs to transfer like you're talking about. If you're on the leg, dog got to learn to transfer. You got to know that he can be hurt eventually. But while you're teaching them those games, these guys don't understand that. And you're talking about these pretty dogs that don't come from working lines. Like I bought, I was telling a guy friend of mine, he had a German Shepherd, and I'm telling him, listen, man, you talking about all this shits and this and grandfather this and that, and a few dogs. That don't mean this dog is great. I'm saying that's the starter, good format. But that dog, most of the German Shepherds that I've encountered, they have a nice deep bar, can play the prey game, but when you put pressure on them, when you talking about pressure, when your life on the line, we're not talking about the game, talking about that silver drive. Is it going to kick in? Is he going to stand there? And I was talking about before to guys, I was like, when they get these dogs that have issues, like when I say issue, a dog that's, you walk up to the dog and he see people and he growling, his hair standing on his back. The first thing, a brother, I'm saying my people, they think that that's a badass dog. No, not necessarily. He could be afraid, and that's why he growling, because he don't have the right nerves to stand there. Now, the response I want to see, if he growl, if he shoot forward. Now, if he is gonna growl, go forward. Don't back up or don't stand there. But when you get these dogs that's overly aggressive, when you put pressure on an overly aggressive dog, he like the bully. After that, don't run you off, and it worked on other people, he is going to quit. Like how they say in the pit bull world, he is going to quit. You do some things to him that he ain't never seen before or haven't trained for, he is going to run off. Like you said, your life is on the line, and when your life on the line, then when you leave home, you go and buy this pretty dog that don't come from working lines with the good genetics, and you leave him home with your wife, or you a woman leave him home with your husband who's not in good shape, your children, your jewelry, your personal, all of your property, property, and you think that dog is going to die for you, then you're wrong. You're very wrong. It's not going to turn out that way. And so,
it's sad, man. That's what's going on right now. It's a lot of that. There was a guy in Brooklyn on 3rd Avenue. I know he named Mr. Biondo. I think he passed away, so I don't think he's around anymore, man. He had some type of mental issues down the line. Ended up committing suicide. But that guy, for years, man, he was down on 3rd Avenue in Brooklyn, and I believe he had sold a couple of dogs to some celebrities. I don't want to mention their names out here like that, but he had some dogs, man. He had a reputation for selling these dogs really high priced adults, saying that they were finished and, all of this work he put in with them and these real elaborate videos and people got in life situations with them dogs and, home invasions. And them dogs didn't do what they were, all this money, 30,000, 25, 30 grand for, full dog, fully grown dog that was supposed to be, like a pistol, when you needed it to be. And the dog, a lot of his dogs wasn't working out, So, he became, after a while, he ended up just doing a lot of boarding because he had a big facility. So he, I guess he had to keep those lights on, so pay those bills. But as far as like the reputation just started going down the drain. You can fool people, get them with once or twice, but if something really happens and their life is threatened, and these dogs that these people are putting out there don't react and respond in the manner that they claim that they should, then that's going to tarnish these guys' names.
Yeah,
that's right. It's a lot of accountability there.
Well, when they're in the dog training business, that's why that's why I'm not actually in the dog training business. I get game away for free. I sell puppies.
Right.
So they can start with a puppy with a clean slate from the right genetics. And when they in the dog business, these guys trying to keep the lights and water on, like you say, and paying bills. Mm-hmm. And most dog trainers don't like me because one reason is I give you free game, and knowledge is what they're selling. When you could talk to a man who will come to you no matter what breed of dogs. I don't care if it's VJ, I don't care if it's Lamar or Sawblade Entertainment or Robert Hunter or whoever selling a dog, and you go in the bloodline, somebody come to you and start talking. The first 3 words come out of their mouth, you already done sized their knowledge up. You know exactly what they know and don't know about the dogs, about the bloodline. If you're a dog trainer, you know what they do and don't know, even when they talking. Some of these young boys stumble upon some money, and they just see an easy target to just tell them anything, and then tell them a guy like you and I are big liars. Oh, he don't know nothing about dogs. That stuff there is no good. But he watching. And he's trying to fix some of them dogs that he got. And they do that. But I feel like, most good dogs come from you raising it yourself and training it yourself and going to a trainer for help to help you shape the dogs, not necessarily letting the trainer raise a dog, because I personally don't want to sell none of my dogs. You're going to have to give me a whole bunch of money to get my good dog. I don't really want to sit around and board and train a bunch of dogs, because I feel like even the dogs I have, I can't make but 1 or 2 dogs good, because my dog needs to be with me all day long so I can expose him to everything he ever going to encounter. How can you make 2 or 3 dogs encounter the same thing? And most experiences, like if you and I got an argument at the park, we just met each other, that's going to happen real quick and it's over. It's not going to happen again. I'd have been in the woods with the dog, and a guy, did something to the dog, and I was able to sit there and tell him, you don't want to do that, and put the dog on him and call the dog on. I can't expect that guy to be there when I come back with the next dog and it go the same way.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
so to raise a good dog, you got to have 1 dog, and you raising that 1 dog like my friend Lamar does, and my friend Reese does. You got a dog, but when you got a bunch of them, you got to spend this couple hours with this one, the next couple hours with that one. But I can understand if you got a business and you got these decoys there, and you guys are actually making money for real. You're making money off training dogs for real in a group. You're taking dogs out one at a time and you train them. But before that dog get a certain age, you placing the dog with somebody. But I just think that, they just get caught up sometime with selling dogs and making money off of what people don't know. And they think by listening, instead of listening truly to what the person's saying, say, oh, well, this dog will be all right in this household, or that dog will be all right in that household. They think that, and it don't always be that way. So you just like I say, if you got your life on the line, you want to get you a real good dog, you want a bad dog, and you want to always be trying to proof him and putting him in different situations, like you said earlier, because there's gonna be something he ain't trained for. If your cousin, you can get your cousin to come to your house, and we tell him to do something to my dog. Your cousin come from a different place in America, a different background. He gonna have a different style that the dog ain't seen. It ain't gonna be the same thing you doing it the way you do it. The dog gotta try to figure out what's the right thing for him to do. And you being his partner, you gotta also help him. So, like you say, when a bad guy bad guy ain't coming with a sleeve. Bad guy ain't gonna come in there and give your dog a chance to get itself together. Most of the time, it ain't equipment. That's why you see me on these videos with the dogs, and I'm training with no equipment with the young puppies, because I want the puppies not to get asphyxiated on an arm sleeve or a puppy sleeve. I want the puppy to bite even when the guy just sitting there. You see some of these videos, I have a guy just stand there sometime and I walk the dog into it. Well, I don't want the guy to get hurt. I don't want him to get hurt. I want him to keep coming back, because some of these dogs bite hard. They might get scared. But I also want the dog to know that a bad guy don't bounce around, hey, punk, and no, you do. They don't curse and scream. Some of them are still. A silent killer, he gonna stand there and ease his gun out of his pocket real good, and I want you to bite him when I say bite. So if you train a dog to bite in an obedience command with a stable dog, he'll bite anybody, no matter if he's moving or not moving, girl or boy, man or girl, black, white, Asian, Latino, whatever, just bite, because that's what I want you to do. Now, the aggression part and the silver drive, that's in his genetics. Now, we're going to train later on when you become a grown dog in 3 or 4 years old, a little older. Some people do it after you turn a year, put a little pressure on him, a little pain, a little stick, a little something every now and then. I don't like to go too far with mine, because I don't want it to look rehearsed. If you can't get him in the midst of when he coming at you, let's just let that go. I want to talk to you and talk to the dog.
Right.
I want to get a quick encounter and get it over with. Let's see how the dog respond to it on his own.
Right. Right. That's right. Give him a chance to adapt and adjust to that. That's right.
Right. And see how he does, and then I praise him for it, and the guy run off, and that's it. And I might do that one time next week, somebody else, it might be a little different. So all I want to do is keep putting him in bad situations and see how he responds before I say he's a good dog. I want to try to make him be a good dog. And then, like for instance, I had a little dog. I love the things he do. He always act right. Did a lot of training with him. Got to a certain point where one day it was a mentally disturbed person, right? We was coming out of the woods, and this person was standing at the gate in front of my land when I was getting towards my property coming out of the woods. And the person, and she was just standing there. And we were walking with the dog. I ain't tell the dog nothing. I'm walking. I just walked straight towards the person that was standing on my land. Man, he saw that person and jumped back and went around and went the other way. Right then, that told me right there, he don't need to be nobody dog. I didn't try to sell that dog to nobody.
I don't blame you.
I don't care if that was his first, all that being bad, doing all kind of stuff. Then all I did was walk straight towards the person one day, and this person just standing still. Just stand. You know how crazy people got to stare and a stand, and they don't say nothing, just be standing.
Yeah.
He saw that person, I don't know what it was, the odor or whatever, and he flipped and ran off. Right then, I knew right then he couldn't be nobody dog. I'm not finna sell him to nobody, breed to him. I don't want him to nobody to take him home because I gave it to him and they breed that and put that in a line and start that all over.
Right.
Whatever that is was in his mind at a year or something, at a year old, close to a year old, it was time for him to go.
Time for him to go. Yeah.
It was time for him to go.
Yeah.
Not Ryan Hill.
That's right.
I don't care how y'all feel about
That's
the
right.
master. He wasn't finna be Ryan Hill on this earth.
That's right.
That's
right.
No, I want
see,
nobody.
I watch what you be doing. I watch your videos so many times, man, and like the imprinting that you do with the pups, so important. People got pups, they might let them out, play with them a little bit or whatever, but they don't do what you be doing. They're not really doing that. And it's not in the dog's DNA. A lot of these people don't have blood that you got either. You know, it's not in the dog to genetically want to act this way. You know, they want to do that because you bred them over and over and over again for years this way. So they're coming out wanting to do that. And then you putting them in these environments to encourage that type of behavior so it can spark it. And I watch it over and over again. I'm like, man, as the years go by, they're just getting better and better and better. You know,
Thank you.
I thought I was kind of done with you know, a protection dog altogether, but I've been watching these videos, watching you. I said, man, I'm gonna end up having an investment. I'm gonna end up having to get me a dog, man. I can't take it, you know, because it's a good thing when you see a dog do what it was bred to do, you know, and you see somebody that's passionate about it, that's putting in that work, putting in that time, from all the way from litter after litter, puppies coming up, and that's important, man. That's where it starts at, and it's not just what they can do to you, locking in the look as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's kind of hard because it's not just something that does the job and they willy-nilly, they look all different. They got a consistent look about them too. You know, so you can see one of your dogs and they distinctive, identified real easy, like, oh, that's little vanguard. You know, you can see it.
Yeah.
So it's
I got guys.
Yeah,
I got guys up in different places like Alabama and Mississippi, and even in Texas. I've had 3 different people from 3 different states tell me they was in the store one day, and somebody said, "That's that Grandmaster Von der Muff stuff there." I said, "For real?" I'm like, it shocks you, man. I know it. Sometimes I feel good and shocked that even when I'm in different places and people of different nationalities, well, you know, ethnic backgrounds, you know, like I've seen a young Caucasian little boy. He couldn't have been no older than 12, and he was like, "I know you. You're Grandmaster Von der Muff." I just love that. And I'm like, okay, all right. I just gave him some doubt, you know what I'm saying, and kept on walking. Or I'll be in the store like Tractor Supply, and the ladies in the store in Tractor Supply in Jacksonville, because you know they don't have, they have like 1 store in every state, in every city. They don't have 2. And the ladies in there know me because I spent a lot of money, and they was telling the young boy in the line one day, blah, blah, blah. Well, that guy right there, he's very knowledgeable about the breeding. He comes in here with puppies and dogs. And then the lady in the line behind him was like, yeah, he knows about dogs. I watch him all the time. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be
right.
That's why I know personally, when you get a certain status level of online, or I want to call it notoriety or fame or whatever, you just can't get yourself involved in anything these days. You got to be careful because you'll think people don't know who you are, and people know exactly who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even with your bullies, even if you in bullies, like I got a guy, and I didn't know people knew him. I sold him a dog. I'm ready to. He don't even know I'm gonna try to surprise him with another dog because another guy said that he didn't have success with one of the puppies he got from me. He never got to the level he wanted it. His name, he's in bullies. He's down south. His name is Dean. I don't know. You know I'm talking about the guy down south in bullies. Dean. Let me see.
No.
Not what
He already got he has American Bully.
Oh man, this guy bought a dog for me, and they call him the Dean.
No. Yeah, I haven't been to a dog show in a long time.
Oh man, I went there. I was impressed because he got the marketing. He got the marketing. SMB, Self-Made Bullies.
Self-Made Bullies.
Yes, sir. Self-Made Bullies.
Okay.
And when I went there, they actually hosted shows. The back, he had it all beautiful. I got to give him credit for the marketing level he was on. Tell me, with your bullies, what's your goal with your bullies, and when you breed? What you're trying to get out of most of them?
Yeah, well, right now, my life expectancy is about 12 to 13 years. So I've improved on that, on a life expectancy. And like I said, I just, overall, I want my dogs healthy. I want them to have that stamp. Just starting to really add more color into them now. You know, I got some Merle in them now. I'm working on it. I got some. I've had blue for years, but my dogs have a more athletic body than a lot of the other bullies. A lot of the other bullies I've seen, the Frenchies, they're more low, compact, shorter back. The torsos are more low, shorter. But don't get me wrong, I think they're beautiful. I think that's nice to look at. But from my background, it won't let me enjoy that. You know, like I
Right.
can't, you know,
Get out here
I
and
can't
work
just,
with them and take them places and go
right,
for long walks because I was seeing some of them
right,
they can't go in certain
right,
weather and stuff because of they get hot and stuff.
right,
What's your
exactly. So now,
what's your website?
oh, I use my Instagram.
Okay,
It's Frenchies by Bullinger,
y'all listen to this. He finna
and
give it to you again. Say it again.
yeah, Frenchies underscore by underscore Bullinger, BULLYNGER. Frenchies by Bullinger.
Y'all heard
Yeah.
that.
And,
Now, what's your number they
hmm
can reach you at if they're interested in getting into? Because I heard you say you got bullies from Russia. Russia.
hmm
Right now, he has Russian bullies. And right
That's
now,
right.
his bullies are invading the good people of. I better not say that because they'll be like, I have no sympathy. But them bullies, they probably got them over there in the Ukraine. I'm sorry. They taking bullies from Ukraine and they taking them back to Russia and they importing them over here to the U.S. The U.S. is a double, what do they call it? What a double rotten scoundrel? Double crossing
hmm
rotten scoundrels.
Double crossing rotten scoundrel.
That's what they
For
is
real.
over there talking about.
hmm
They eating, giving them. Oh, they shooting buildings down, shooting people over there in line to get bread.
hmm
Russians, and then we ain't giving them no aid. Oh, we're gonna give them now. We're gonna give them 3.5 billion instead of 1 million and 2 trillion. We're gonna give them 5.5.
Wow.
Well, what they gonna do with the money if they all dead? How they gonna get it?
Yeah, right. And they all leaving. They all trying to get out of there. Who gonna get it?
If you go every time they shoot them down, you talking about we gonna aid them with no
Mm.
manpower. You know we can't go to war, take that over there. Why are you telling these people this? And when they gonna get this money to do what? When they
Right,
gone?
right,
Good
right.
Lord.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
Man, if my people over there in Ukraine, if any of you guys just trying to do something, you know, you're watching shows, trying to keep your, you know, your momentum up and your regular life going and trying to block all that going out. Sympathy goes out to y'all. I hate war. It's an ugly thing. But everybody's fighting for land and power. And it happens
Yeah,
like that.
man.
And we the people are enslaved by the government body. There's nothing we can do
hmm
about it. It's nothing we can do. But, you know, we're praying for you, man.
hmm
But meanwhile,
hmm
my man over
That's
here,
right.
he got them the bully of all bullies, the bullies from Russia. The bullies of all bullies from Russia.
Yeah, yeah.
And what other countries you say you got some bullies from?
Germany, Hungary, and
He's got
also the Ukraine too.
bullies
Yeah,
from off the wall of Germany
yeah,
when they knocked the wall
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. I like this. I like the I like the European lines, man. You know, I had some American lines, but I didn't reproduce it. I just observed it, had it from young, so I could know what the blood do, and I placed them out and got rid of them. I didn't like what they was coming out to be. You know, they had
What is it? What's the difference in? Because I know in the Rottweilers, in the Dobermans, when you say a European line, when you look at a Doberman from the Ukraine, or my friends over there in bull skull son, or whatever. I think it's bull skull. When you see his Dobermans, they have a big block head. They kind of look like a Great Dane mouth, a big meaty mouth. And you see the Rottweilers, they're a little bit lower. They masculine, a lot of black smut. When you look at a bully from over in Europe, what does it look like?
It has a Frenchie from, say, for instance, from Hungary, as opposed to an American, like a Stardust line or Orion line over here. They'll have a Ukraine, a Hungary French Bulldog would have more bone, have a longer torso, have a wider stance in the front, have a little bit more of a neck.
Basically, look like the Russian who fought Iraqi on
right.
Look like the Russian. Look like he on steroids. You said basically big bone, big legs, beefier. Look like a monster out of the woods.
Kind of like right. But you know what? But it'll be uniform. You know, it won't be one thing exaggerated over another. You know, you'll be able to see the top line. You'll be able to see the roach, and also the gait. You know, when they move in, you know, you'll be able to see the movement. You know, the rear on a Frenchie is very important to me. I like to see them move a certain type of way. I know a lot of people like to see them real cobby and
man, type your Instagram on this live. Type it on the line right there for some of these people like myself who ain't that smart to know to underscore this and to underscore that.
Oh, okay. Let me see how I go back to that.
The bullies from Bully Son. Hey, do your bullies talk? I'm the bully from Bully Son. Right on the wall,
some of them talk to me. They're talking to me right now too.
Hey, I ain't trying to be funny. I ain't trying to be funny because this is a sad situation. I'm not trying to take the joke too far, but for real, dog, your bullies are really going to be very sought out. These are the last bullies from the UK. These are the last Ukrainian bullies because it ain't gonna never be no more bullies coming from over there.
Yeah, it might not be none for a minute.
And where they at? When the Russian blowing up buildings, you think these people feeding dogs? They trying to save their life. That's the truth. Right now, you got the last of the ends of a dying breed.
Yeah, man. I had to put that blood together, man. I wanted it to look a certain type of way. I wanted them to move a certain type of way, and just be able to enjoy their life a little better, man. Because sitting in a crate, going to a show, sitting on the table, and not really having an outdoor life to go out and play and be able to walk or not even just be able to breathe, you know. So that was my goal. You know, I like the dogs. I like them. I always like little feisty dogs like that. You know, Staffordshire Bull Terriers, Kerry Blue Terriers, Wheaton Terrier. I'm a terrier guy too, so I like all of that. And I wanted to put some of that in a Frenchie. So that's, you know, I had to work towards those dogs. A lot of people probably didn't like the aesthetic of the dogs that I was putting together, you know, because they wasn't cobby or like they didn't look like the other guys at the shows dogs or whatever. But I liked what the dogs were able to do as opposed to just what they look like. And I figured, you know, if I get that function in there, I can work on that form later on, you know. So now they pretty functional. The dogs are pretty functional. Anybody that goes and gets a dog for me or contacts anybody that has a dog for me, they'll be able to ask them about the quality of the dog's life, and how the dog moves and how they smart. Because I imprint on them. When you talk about that, I laugh a lot because I'll be like, man, even though I know they're not working dogs, my dogs don't go out. They don't eat until after they go out and do spring pole or flirt pole or tug of war.
Well, that's a working dog. That's
right.
That's what you do. You making sure that they do at least have prey drive. So if somebody want to use that prey drive for obedience or something else, they will. Because I got a buddy, that I was telling about before, Antron. I was training his bully, and his bully would do pretty much all obedience games and chase balls and all that other stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to Frenchies _by the Bullinger, where passion meets pedigrees. Bullies from Russia on steroids. Bullies from the wall of Germany, where they knocked it down. And now the most rarest bullies of all, Ukrainian bullies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, why a guy like you, they got all these high dollar bullies, make people have to go through this request to get on your bully page? Now, I done went to Fritch's _by Bullinger, and now you got to send a friend request, a request to get on a public business page. What kind of stuff is this, man? I want to see them bullies. What you got over there stolen from the Russian people? Let me see.
Let me go to it. No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go to it right now while we on here. I didn't even know that.
Where passion meets the pedigree.
That's right. Once you said that, I should have known that you was up there. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, the thing is with me, I'm not a socialite.
I got it.
Right. So this is just a private page. It's not. I don't.
Well, let Eula see AD. That's my artist page. Let Eula see AD.
Yeah, I connected everybody on there. Everybody I see, I confirmed it.
Well, I ain't with it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I see you on there.
Hey. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. He has bullies. Yeah. These look like French bulldogs on here too. But you got some Frenchies in here. You got the dog from off of Popeye the Cellar Man on here. I like the Merrill. What you got in this?
Thank you.
What you got in here? Let's see. Oh my God. You done mastered the Merrills. Oh yeah. You got some thick muscles on here. Hey, I see that. What that dog off of Popeye the Cellar Man? You got a lot of him in them dogs. Popeye, what his name was, Butch. You got Butch in them dogs.
Yeah, they got something in them. That's right. That's right.
I like this white. Right. What this is? This white, blue with a white face and a red nose.
Oh, you talking about Bella?
Bella.
Yeah, she's a Bullinger Bulldog.
Now,
this is my version of a bulldog.
It's almost like a tri, but with a blue, but with a white side face like a Boyle's Dirty Mary game dog, with a red nose, like a Pat Patrick on it. That ain't no red boy nose. That's a Pat Patrick red dog nose.
Right.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I registered my bulldogs are registered with the Designer Breed Registry. And she just moved to Florida too, the one who started the Designer Breed Registry. She was living in Jersey, but she just moved to Florida. And my Bullingers are on there. Those are my Frenchies are not Bullingers. That's just my name for my dog. But my bulldogs are Bullinger Bulldogs. And they have oldie, Victorian, English, and French in it. We have four different types of bulldogs in my bulldog.
I'm going to give you 10 grand right now for Mr. Tubbs.
Huh?
I'm going to give you 10 grand right now for Mr. Tubbs. I'm going to give you 10 stacks and 2 weeks supply of Krispy Kremes. They ain't going to be hot now when I bring them.
Now, you know what, man? If we just double the supply of Krispy Kreme donuts, we good.
Oh, my God. I don't know about that.
That's my weakness.
I'm going to short myself on some Krispy Kreme. I tell you what, we throw in a bottle of dime, a bottle of dime, a bottle of wheat germ oil. And I'll make sure when Russia come to get back his stuff, y'all, he done took out of UK, that I won't give him your name, saying that all the stuff he said was already his. You ain't got nothing to do with it. I won't do like some of the young boys do, rat you out.
Yeah, they definitely do that now, man.
Hey, man,
That gun gonna sweeten the deal for me. For real.
Hey, man. Hey, what you say to young boy? That's the new wave, being rats.
Yeah.
Man, let's tell the young boys who listening to the live, listen, the way it's supposed to go is it's about respect and honor.
Mm-hmm.
It's about pride. Right. We're not rats, man. We go to the grave with it. We not rats, right, man. The game ain't to be a snake to your homeboys, to not be grimy, to take, to rob, right, to kill each other. Don't kill each other. Why y'all out there killing each other, robbing? That's why I wouldn't even let my son get a bully or a Frenchie. I'm not finna walk down the street and somebody kill him for a bully, for a dog.
Yeah, man, that's crazy right now. Yeah, it is. It is.
People, guys got bullies buying dogs from me because guys are stealing the bullies.
Right. That's ridiculous, man. It's crazy.
I don't want a dog that can't protect. That's the reason I didn't get into bullies, because you know I love the game dogs, but the bullies, I'm like, they're so small they really can't hurt you. And you got to get a dog to protect them, but more so to protect you from getting killed. If your little 10-year-old son walk down the street with a French bulldog or one of these tricolor bullies.
Oh, yeah, they're going to hit him in the head. Yeah, somebody was trying to, they're going to try to rob him. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, some singer or actress, dog walker got shot like last year.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, crazy.
For a Frenchie, man, for a Frenchie.
Yeah, for a dog, like for a French bulldog, yeah. And my, I know I'm old school, man. Maybe I should open the page up and leave it, but I'm a very personable person, and I don't like a whole lot of people coming to my page. Like, that's why I leave it private, because when I'm not an influencer, I don't care about that word relevant. Like, people say, oh, you got to try to stay relevant. Yeah. You got to stay relevant. I'm like, listen, man, I do if nobody was looking, I have dogs.
Dogs.
It don't matter.
Say that again, dog. Relevancy. Say that again, because, that almost had me depressed, because I almost got caught up saying I should stop doing videos. I should stop doing everything, because I've been on here since 2009, 10 when YouTube was nothing. And I feel like I don't have no relevancy when people like you and people see me in the store and say, oh, you the greatest. Oh, you the greatest. They don't know they make me depressed, because I'm like, y'all saying I'm the greatest, but here are these other channels I flip on YouTube with dogs, and they're not doing half of what I'm doing, but they have, and they got 750 subscribers. Subscribe right now, y'all. If you just share. I don't know what I don't know what to do.
That's right.
But relevancy messes up the head of some people, and it almost messed me up. So now I just say, I'd rather.
No, me too. I felt the same. You see, listen, bro. I ain't ashamed. I got about 25 people following me on my page. I don't care about that. I love my dog. I do what I do. I'm not big. I'm not, if it happens and I get a lot of followers and that converts over into dog sales and other things, then so be it. But right now, where it stands in my life, I go to the gas station. They say cash, credit, or debit. Nobody asks me how many likes I got so I can buy gas. When I buy groceries, they say cash, credit, or debit. Nobody asks me, hey, how many likes you got for that loaf of bread and that milk? Nobody asked me about my likes. So the likes are not converting over into no money for me. Now, if it was doing that and I was an influencer and they was giving me a check for a certain amount of likes I have, then I want likes. I want a whole bunch of them because I'm getting paid for it. But right now, I'm not getting no likes. I do what I do because I'm passionate about it. I'm a little old school. I do need to learn how to market a little better, and I will admit that. I need to learn how to market so that I can, finish this book I've been writing and, share a little bit of knowledge that I do have.
What's the name of the book? People. What's the name of the book, my brother?
It's called Meet the Bullinger.
Meet the Bullinger. By the God.
Meet the Bullinger.
The guy that stole the bullies from Russia. The guy
That's
that
right.
was at Germany
That's right.
when they kicked the wall down. And of
That's
course,
right. Yep, I was
the
over there. When they kicked that
same-
wall down, I was getting pumpy. That's right.
the same guy that I will turn into Putin for stealing his bullies from the Ukrainian people. Because that's the new wave. And as Lauren said, people these days want to fake shit for the fake world. This is fake
right.
radio talk, and we're not friends.
Right.
So somebody tell what's his name? Putin to call me now, live on the show. We got his website open, Putin. Anyway,
Putin beeping in. He's beeping in right now.
hey,
You
everybody
know, Putin is a dog man. You know that, right?
What kind of dogs you got over there?
Putin got a bunch of dogs, man. Putin got like 5 different dogs, man.
What?
Yeah, Putin is a dog man.
And right here, look at that. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Man,
Putin is a dog, man. Yeah. Something about him. Something about him I can identify with. I don't know about all
I
the
heard
rest
when
of
you
stuff,
said
but-
that, I got a little quiet. I was like, nah, I kind of like it. Nah, I like it, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
Damn.
I identify with him on some level, for real.
Well, you
Yep.
know, I'm gonna lock your number in. Tell them again what's the name of the kennel. Tell them
Oh,
again.
my Instagram page is Frenchies_by_Bullinger.
Nah, remember.
And they in here rebelling right now. My dogs in here, they heard you talking about their country. They in here barking like crazy right now.
Hey, look, when y'all see the man already done stole my beard style. He just done dyed his white all the way around. Mine white down the middle. Now, y'all know the man stole that too from me when he was over there getting them dogs. You know what I'm saying? The bully pack leader.
Mm-hmm.
Bully.
Their shit turned white.
Yes,
They
sure
turning
will.
it white.
Life will turn it white. Man, we had a
Yes,
good
sir.
time tonight, man. I had a good time tonight.
Yeah, I enjoyed you,
We
man.
about to end this show, y'all. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
We had the bully talk tonight. We talked about the bullies from Russia, Ukrainian, and Germany. Tell them the kennel's name again. Tell them the kennel.
Frenchies by Bullinger on Instagram. Frenchies by
Frenchies
Bullinger.
by Bullinger. He got a link down here, y'all, if y'all ain't see it. I'm Grandmaster Von DeMuff, the world's greatest puppy imprint. Don't mean I just like Dutch Shepherds, I like dogs. I love
That's
dogs.
right.
We love dogs, we got bullies. We had bullies on the show tonight. Alright, talking about overseas dogs. Shoot your dog like you love him. Yeah, woo! Had a good time with the Grandmaster. Hey. Y'all come back tomorrow. We're going to do another show. And until the next show, guess what, y'all? Y'all keep training dogs and keep sharing the love. If you haven't subscribe to our channel. Y'all make sure y'all donate and support to my channel. We're going to start having that coming across the screen because when you donate, it made me get up every morning and say, I got to do this for Lauren. I got to do this for VJ. I got to do this for Lamar. I got to do this for Doc. I got to do this for Paranora Kennels. I got to do this for Lauren. I got to do this for everybody who keeps supporting people who want me to be here every day, sharing the information, linking with people from around the world, on the other side of the world, talking about their dogs because we all just alike. And God has separated us so far from each other. So, you know, we come here on the show to talk to people with Frenchies by Bullinger. And we talked about all those good things. You know what I mean? So y'all go to his Instagram, hit him up. He gonna let a few people on there. He ain't hiding tonight. We had a good time. Until the next time, Saranara. All right, my brother.
All right.
Keep my number and call me some.